Welcome back. There's day camp, sleepaway camp, baseball, band camp, so why not laid off camp? Now, as we told you before the break, New Jersey's jobless rate jumped to 9.2% in June. So with more people headed to the unemployment line, everybody fighting for jobs that are just hard to come by in general right now, maybe camp is exactly what's called for. To talk about that, we welcome back Wealth Manager Mitch Slater from Morgan Stanley Smith Barney and Randy Nathan, President of Project NextGen. This is your first time here, so thank you so much for coming in. All right, so let's talk laid off camp. It's quite an interesting idea.
It is a wonderful concept. We want to try to bring people together and have some fun, even though it's a difficult time. To understand there's a lot of opportunities out there, and getting people together is usually a pretty good thing.
All right, so you guys are launching the New Jersey chapter of Laid Off Camp. This is being done elsewhere in the country.
Yeah, it's being done elsewhere. What happened, Eric, is that I read an article in the Wall Street Journal a few months ago about these laid off camps that had started out in California. And quite frankly, I got a lot of friends that have been hurting in my own community, certainly clients, people in my own firm. A lot of people are struggling and are looking for help, and not the traditional job fair help, but they're looking for coaching, they're looking for expertise, they're looking for different ways to get back into the job market. And I wanted to find some way to be able to help. And when I read the article about Laid Off Camp, Randy, who I've known for a number of years in the coaching world, he and I said, why don't we just try to put something together in New Jersey, and that's what we're here to talk about.
So what do you do with Project NextGen? Talk about that.
What we do is we offer coaching services, coaching support, professional coaching for career transition, things of that nature, helping people kind of deal with the current situations and help them get out of their own way in a way that when Mitch came to me about Laid Off Camp, we thought, what a better way to kind of get people excited about actually dealing with transitions and creating some possible change in their life.
So Project NextGen is basically a good transition right into Laid Off Camp.
Exactly.
Now, Laid Off Camp, you're talking about, it's not the traditional job fair, but is this more of a venting opportunity? Is it a networking and venting opportunity?
I think a little bit of both.
Absolutely.
I think a little bit of both.
Absolutely.
I think certainly networking. You're going to get people together from all different types of careers. This isn't just about people that are laid off in finance or healthcare. It's every career that's out there. But obviously, a lot of venting is going to go on because people are finding different situations. We're hearing stories where, by the time someone gets their resume in, there's 4,800 people ahead of them, and this is for not a job at all that was similar to what they were doing before. So, certainly there's an opportunity for that.
And it's very, very frustrating. Some very, very talented people have lost jobs, have lost their income, take care of their family. It's very scary. And all they want to do is find a chance to support their family and take care of their kids. And we want to let them know that there's a lot of people out there. And I think when you bring lots of people together in similar situations, some wonderful things can happen. And coaching is a way to get that done, to kind of help people come up with some plans and some actions to get things done.
So you're not going to be handing out bug juice, having archery competitions?
Well, we did talk about that.
We thought about having it at a camp.
At a campsite.
It's an interesting thought, but
we decided
this is really, and the nice thing about the Laid Off Camp concept is that it's not your typical program where there's this big agenda and everybody comes in, they go to their different rooms. We want to hear from people what they want to talk about. So when they actually come to Laid Off Camp, they may have something specifically that they could add to the mix. So maybe they could lead a session. And through the marketing that we'll do over the next 3 months using social networking and sites like Facebook and Twitter and everything else that's out there, we hope to create an interest and a buzz to get people to come and talk about lots of different things and have sponsors that also are interested in helping in any way.
And there are plenty of people out there that, as we've been saying, 155,000 New Jerseyans have lost their jobs that we know of right now since the start of the recession. So a lot of people are looking for jobs right now. A lot of people are very frustrated. What kind of activities, this is going to be the question. What kind of things are you going to have people do in order to exchange information, in order to really move on to the next step, I guess?
Well, one thing we're going to do is, in addition to having the chance to share different personal sessions, is we're going to provide coaching. We're very involved with the coaching school, who's going to allow us to bring in coaches. We're actually going to be there that day so people can have an actual hands-on transition coach, career coach, and then they'll develop a relationship and have another coaching session afterwards to help follow up, which I think is pretty unique because most people aren't familiar with coaching, and this way we can introduce concepts of coaching and how it can be helpful to people. That's one of the big things we're going to do. Plus we'll have different workshops, different vendors come in, it's not a job fair. We're looking at it as an opportunity fair to help people kind of learn about each other, network, and then if they do have a specific thing they want to share on, they can actually jump in and lead a session on their own.
How successful has this been in other states, and what kind of response are you expecting here?
Response has been very strong in everywhere it was done. It was done in New York City, and I think about a month.
They just did one last night in Richmond, Virginia.
Last night in Richmond, Virginia. They're all having 100 to 1,000 people, depending on what what the needs are and what the community is looking for. But what we're hearing from people that are going to these sessions is that they're thinking outside the box. They're starting to think about areas that maybe they never thought about before. Maybe it's a different career. Maybe they're going to go more in an entrepreneurial way. Maybe they're going to hear an idea that might come through coaching that gives them the ability to maybe even be a business coach. There are a lot of people that are business coaches that start careers that were very successful in other areas.
So basically thinking out of the comfort zone, I suppose.
Exactly.
All right, so talk about the venue and when it is.
Well, we decided the university structure would make sense for a venue like this, and we're very fortunate in New Jersey. We've got a lot of great universities and that would be interested in doing a program like this. But William Patterson University up in Wayne has one of the most unique graduate school programs out there, and are very involved in the career world and in the finance world.
And what day?
September 23rd.
This is September 23rd. And
Wednesday,
yeah.
September 23rd.
And it's at the E-Trade Center.
Yes, Chris Christakos, who started E-Trade, is a graduate of William Patterson University, and he developed this whole center and funded it there. It's almost like a trading room. It's a fantastic place. And they also have the largest group of Chinese students in America at William Patterson University.
And it should be fun, and it's going to be interesting to see how many people go. Mitch, Randy, thank you so much for joining us. And if you have any questions about Laid Off Camp, email them to me at itsyourmoney@news12.com. We'll be right back.